Hi there. Slovakia is not the easiest place to be queer, but regardless, 10,000 people have shown up for Rainbow Pride in the capital Bratislava. Took place in the city's Freedom Square with a focus on supporting minorities and diversity. Slovakia's government has some very right-wing members, aka the Not Allies. One shut down an art gallery in Bratislava for hosting queer-themed events. Andrei Dubrovsky's work had been on show there. The gay artist tells DW News he fears the impact of the closure.
We artists can survive this. But what about these other platforms for queer people? Or that are there for people to come together. Because the most important thing about culture is meeting other people in the community.
About 2/3 of Slovakians say they don't want LGBTQ+ rights expanded, and there's no same-sex marriage there. A man in Germany is probably been cured of HIV. He had a stem cell transplant in 2015 for leukemia and stopped taking his anti-HIV medication 3 years later. Up to now, there's no sign of the virus returning, so he could be only the 7th person in the world to be cured. It'll be discussed by scientists in Munich this week at the International AIDS Conference. And Guy Pearce has been sharing some thoughts on the sequel to Priscilla, Queen of the Desert. The actor says his co-stars Terence Stamp and Hugo Weaving are up for it and agree it'll have to be a credible revisit of the 1994 drag film. He also reckons they need to protect its legacy and look into how the characters have evolved 30 years on. This claims Grindr is being used in Australia to set up attacks on gay men. Police in Canberra say there have been 2 incidents where meetups have been arranged on the queer dating app. In one, a victim was assaulted by 8 men who were at the venue waiting for him. Similar things have happened elsewhere in the world previously. Irving Soto tells WPTV he was robbed by 2 men in Florida on a Grindr meet. They had knives and metal pipes.
What went down in the room, things just went 0 to 950. I said, they're going to bash my skull in, they're going to break my legs. I mean, I was at their mercy.
Back in Canberra, police say they're fairly certain the attacks there were homophobic. They also confirm anti-gay insults were used, so maybe we could firm things up to definitely homophobic. In Spain, an anti-LGBTQ+ law passed by Madrid's right-wing regional government has been provisionally blocked. It removed protections against discrimination and allowed conversion therapy with no legal recognition for trans people. The country's constitutional court sided with the national government, which had argued the law was unconstitutional. And Tom Daley's been testing how sturdy the beds are at the Olympic Village in Paris. They're made of cardboard, with organisers denying claims it's to stop athletes having special cuddles on them. Ahead of Friday's opening ceremony, he's posted a video proving their strength by jumping up and down on them, and for an extra treat, he finishes up on all 4s. Mr. Beast co-host Ava Chris Tyson has quit the YouTube channel over allegations of grooming that she denies. The 28-year-old who came out as trans last year has been accused of inappropriately messaging a 13-year-old when she was 20. She's apologised on Twitter for her past behaviour and her old humour, but says she never groomed anyone. It's led to lots of transphobia online. Who saw that coming? And more of the boring nonsense about all queer people being groomers. Tim Hume is from Vice.
The idea that certain groups are out to harm children is an insidious framing that we see in many conspiracy theories and moral panics. It's an obviously emotive issue, which is easy to use to drive hatred and hysteria.
Ava's alleged victims defending her, saying claims made online are massive lies and twisting the truth, insists she just made a few edgy jokes. A 150-year-old venue that's hosted drag and cabaret nights for more than 2 decades is being shut down this weekend. Bethnal Green Working Men's Club in London's thought to have been put up for sale. A petition to save it's now topped 8,000 signatures. And Daniel Craig's being bigged up for giving the performance of his life in the upcoming film Queer. Premieres at the Venice Film Festival in September. It's set in 1940s Mexico City, all about an American war veteran who becomes infatuated with a younger man. The festival's director calls Daniel's portrayal very direct and brave and says there's some full-on sex scenes. The Olympics opening ceremonies later, with at least 144 LGBTQ+ athletes competing at the Games in Paris. Most are women, among them Brittany Griner, who plays basketball for America. Also got Australian football's Ellie Carpenter, Jasmine Alvarez skateboarding for Colombia, and British diver Tom Daley. Team USA runner Nikki Hiltz is trans non-binary. They tell ABC News visibility is important.
It's hard to be something that you can't see, and so I just think representation and visibility is what helped me so much growing up. So I just want to do that for even just one kid who watches the Olympics, maybe sees themselves in me. Like, it'll be all worth it.
The Olympics also has a Pride House to raise awareness of queer people in sport and promote inclusion. Transgender and intersex athletes talk about the prejudice and challenges they faced in a new documentary. Life is Not a Competition, but I'm Winning is out today and includes the story of Annette Nigesa. The intersex runner from Uganda says she felt forced into surgery by international sports chiefs to reduce her hormone levels. This effectively ended her very successful career. And we'll stay with the sporting theme, which is most unlike me. I'm as sporty as a bowl of broth. Grindr's explore functions being blocked in and around the Olympic Village. It's to stop athletes on the LGBTQ+ dating app being outed, which is what's happened at previous games. Means I can't get anywhere near Tom Daley, which is probably for the best. I'm Kev McGrath. See you Monday.